Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Okay, who here, raise your hand, if you are a customer, either past, present, okay, whatever, of Wells Fargo? Raise your hand. Yeah. Okay, me too. My mortgage, okay? Wells Fargo's in trouble, guys, okay? And the days of Wells Fargo's existence appears to be numbered after a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau delivered a major blow to the company for its financial malfeasance. They have ordered Wells Fargo to pay more than $2 billion to redress consumers and $1.7 billion in civil penalties for legal violations across numerous segments of its largest product lines. Now, Wells Fargo, they have engaged in all sorts of illegal activity that caused serious financial harms to its customers. Thousands of them lost their cars, their homes unfairly due to the company's gross mismanagement of loans, mortgages, and bank accounts. Now, consumers were illegally assessed fees and interest charges on auto and mortgage loans. They had their cars wrongly repossessed, had payments to auto and mortgage loans misapplied by the bank. Has that happened to you? It happened to me with my mortgage. It sure did. So Wells Fargo, they also charged customers unlawful surprise overdraft fees and applied other incorrect charges to checking and savings accounts. Now, under the term of the order, Wells Fargo will pay redress to over 16 million affected consumer accounts and pay a $1.7 billion fine, which will go to the Civil Penalty Fund, where it will be issued to provide relief to victims of consumer financial law violations. Now, this is also related. In 2013, if you remember, a former Wells Fargo customer sued the bank for forging customer signatures and other serious fraud schemes. Remember, they were opening up bank accounts in people's names, and the people had no idea. Okay. Now, I remember, now this is me being personal, okay? My husband had a car loan through them. And something I can't, oh God, we're going back, I want to say 15 years, okay? We're going back that far. I can't remember all the specific details. I really can't. And something happened to, we got rid of the car. Something happened that we didn't have the car anymore. It wasn't repossessed. I can't remember what the hell it was. And 2 years ago, we got a letter in the mail from Wells Fargo and a check. They had to pay us because they charged us. Oh, I know what it was from. Okay, sorry. Because we had sold the car, and they kept, I couldn't understand why our payments were so high when we were quoted at one, but we were being charged another, and we ended up selling the car because we were like, forget it, we can't do it. And here, what they were doing was they put their own car insurance on our car, even though we never needed that car insurance because we always had Geico. I mean, we had Geico forever and a day, you know. And then we got a letter in the mail saying that we were a part of a class action lawsuit and we had received a check. And I'm like, what the hell, class action lawsuit? And my husband's like, oh, remember when we had the Mitsubishi Lancer? Oh, that's right. When they put the car insurance on our car when we didn't need it. Well, here they had to refund us every penny. And it was like $18,000. Yeah. 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 So, in a statement, I'm going back now. In a statement, the CFPB director, okay, he called Wells Fargo repeatedly, and he repeated and deliberate, unlawful, a calculated, like rinse repeat cycle, right on, of a fraud that has harmed millions of American families. And he's so dead on balls accurate. You know, when you go and you buy a car, just for instance, and you say you finance it, and they say, okay, well, your car payment, you put this much down, this is how long your loan's going to be, and your car payment's going to be, just say, $200. And you start paying the $200, and the bank comes back and says, well, you're not paying the full amount. Well, wait a minute, that's what I was told it was going to be. Oh, no, 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 it's this much now. Well, why? And they would never give you a straight answer. This is why, because they're putting hidden fees on, and they're doing it illegally. And that's how we ended up being a part of that class action lawsuit. Right on? So, they're ordering Wells Fargo to refund the billions of dollars. Okay, and this is an important initial step for accountability and long-term reform to this repeat offender, because they are repeat offenders. Okay, so now the $2 billion that Wells Fargo is having to pay in restitution will cover refunds rather, for wrongful fees, as well as other charges and compensation for other illicit behavior, including frozen bank accounts, illegal possession of vehicles, wrongfully foreclosed homes. Now, specifically, here's what they're going to have to pay. Okay, there's no question about it. They have to pay this. Okay, more than $1.3 billion in consumer redress for affected auto lending accounts. More than $500 million in consumer redress for affected deposited accounts, including $205 million for illegal surprise overdraft fees. Nearly $200 million in consumer redress for affected mortgage servicing accounts. Okay, so Wells Fargo can no longer, listen to this, if you're still a customer of them like I am, they can no longer charge overdraft fees on deposit accounts when a consumer has available funds at the time of purchase or other debit transaction, but whose balance turns negative after the transaction settles. Okay, now these surprise overdraft fees have been reoccurring issues for consumers who can neither reasonably anticipate nor take the steps to avoid them. Okay, and Wells Fargo will also need to ensure that auto loan borrowers receive funds for certain add-on fees that were wrongly imposed. All right, so the other $1.7 billion penalty will be deposited to these victims' relief fund for further distribution to others who were harmed by Wells Fargo and its criminal financial racket. So, if you, okay, like me, or were a Wells Fargo customer, or if you know others who are, okay, you can direct them to the CFPB press release page. Okay, I'll leave all the links that you're going to need. It'll be in the description box below. Okay, which contains more information about how to participate in the restitution program. Okay, and consumers who are experiencing ongoing problems with Wells Fargo or other financial providers, they can submit complaints. They can by visiting the CFPB's website or by calling the phone number. I'll put it down here, okay? 855-411-2372, okay? And Wells Fargo employees who are aware, if they are aware, listen to this, of other illegal activity are encouraged to send information about what they know. Okay? So this is just insane. They keep getting in trouble. They keep getting in trouble, and I don't understand why they just don't stop with the crazy. I really don't. All right, guys, listen, I'm out of here, okay? I hope this was helpful to you, okay? I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.